Time to break out the triangles. Oh, leave that there. So I can see what I have to deal with. Hey YouTube. So like I showed you earlier, I'm currently out of service, but not for long. The mechanic's already here fixing the tire. And I feel like the tire burst at the worst possible location. I'm not sure if you saw it, but I'm pretty much I'm pretty much on the edge of a ditch. So I feel I'm as close as I can be off the highway. And not only that, like I had to pull over on the nearer side of a ditch pretty much. I also, this happened in Canada, which, I thought would be a bit more of a bad situation than it is, but it's not. It's not. It's just, I wish that, I didn't have to stop alongside a ditch. Let's just say that. I just wish that the tire didn't burst at all. Let's say that. I wanted to get to my final destination around 5 o'clock in the morning, but that's not going to happen. I'm probably going to get there around 6 o'clock in the morning, maybe 7. That's enough of that. Hey YouTube. It's it's been it's been almost 2 weeks. It's been almost 2 weeks. So since last we talked, I'm now in Canada, and I entered Canada yesterday. And right before I entered Canada, I entered the wrong lane. I entered the lane that was closed. But it seemed to me as I approached this lane that a truck just finished coming out of it. But I was wrong. One of the people who worked there, custom agent, told me, don't you see the red light? I'm like, I could have sworn that a truck just came out of it. But yeah, I ended up having to back up a little bit and then loop to get into a proper lane. After that, like when I was like maybe 3 hours and 40 minutes away from my final, the place where I'm at now, one of my rear tandem tires blew out, and it was because of the mud flap frame. Somehow the tire caught up on the mud flap and then dragged the mud flap and also the frame what is attached to it towards itself, and it pretty much committed suicide, blowing itself up and causing me to have to go to the side of the highway and wait for road service to get me a mechanic to fix the tire. And the thing about that is, I was like, there was no good place for me to really pull off to the side. So when I did pull off to the side, I was still pretty much like an inch away from the highway. Maybe an inch, 2 inches? 2 inches? who knows? I was pretty close to the highway. I felt the wind even when a regular car passed me by. It felt like I was rocking a little bit. That's how close I was. I also clipped a little snippet of the little video recordings I did while I had to wait for the mechanic to arrive, and me, you know, bringing out my triangles if I haven't already showed you it. But yeah, that was an annoying incident. But luckily, you know, the mechanic arrived pretty fast. Like, the road service guy told me that they wouldn't arrive for about 2 hours. He arrived within 1 hour, and it only took him about 45 minutes to fix my tire. And I wanted to arrive at the final around 5 o'clock in the morning, but I ended up arriving around 7:10, I believe, in the morning. And luckily, I decided to, you know, like I always do pretty much, I always try to get to my final or even the shipper early if I can, so I have enough cushion space for incidents like what happened to me early this morning and stuff. It also makes me feel more relaxed as I drive. I don't really feel the rush of having to deliver my load, you know, immediately, since I always give myself a lot of room to negotiate when I'm going to arrive on that, because I like to, you know, arrive early. Also, this is not the first time that a tire blew on me. Actually, while I was a student driver still working at CRST, and I had my team lead with me, while I was driving, one of the tractor tires blew. I believe it was either on the passenger side or the driver's side front tires, and you could definitely feel those tires when they blow. It's way more scarier than when a trailer tire blows, in my opinion. I mean, if I wasn't really, you know, checking on my mirrors, I wouldn't have noticed the tire. Really. Plus, it was dark. But yeah, I also believe a passenger car was, you know, trying to get my attention that my tire just blew. So maybe that helped. But I noticed pretty immediately, pretty much, when my tire blew. So, but going back to the subject I was talking about, when my tractor tire blew, I really panicked in that situation, because I was still a student driver, and you know, you could definitely feel the tire and stuff and the rim with your tractor trailer. You can't really feel it as much you can't feel it pretty much at all in my experience, since, you know, last night I didn't really feel any problems at all with the trailer tires when it blew. So that's all I really wanted to talk about today. I'll talk to y'all later.